All right. What's going on, everybody? Been a little bit. Okay, so we got that sound. Do we got other sound? Are we live on other places? Maybe. Come on, YouTube. Pick it up. Do something. Aha! Hell yeah. Got the YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're probably on Facebook. We're gonna call it a win. What's up? It's Friday. After Hours Live. Been a little while. So let's get to the announcements, and then we'll talk about why it's been a little while. So as always, first Tuesday of every month, we got our Ashtifto. I always have something to invite your friends to. So the first Tuesday of every month, we meet up at Mi Pueblo, North Tarleton Davis, rolling there around 6:30. The next first Tuesday is Tuesday, September 2nd. Pickleball. No pickleball this month because I don't know how a freaking calendar. It's supposed to be every third Saturday. This third Saturday was last week. We were out of town, so we moved it to this week, and then we're like, oh, doesn't college football start this week? And we all said, yeah. So we just like, screw it. No one's going to be there. They're going to watch college football. And then I was informed yesterday that it starts next week. So whatever. No pickleball this month. We'll do it next month. I always have something to invite your friends to. Whiskey Castle, that'll be coming up again. We had one meetup. I'm shooting for maybe 2 a year, give or take. We had one meetup a couple weeks ago. It went fantastically. I had somebody else like, we should do whiskey and cigars. I was like, that's a good idea. Maybe we'll get that on the schedule. We'll get Zit Trick over here with that. Here's all the places you can find us. Check out the podcast for sure, DFW Grit. And then we got our newsletters. We got this, that, the other YouTube channels and all the things. Virtual. I should probably just take the slide off here. It's been in the planning stages forever. Maybe it's still planning. Who knows? We got Rangers tickets. As a reminder, every new patient gets put into a drawing for Rangers tickets. And we draw one a month. If your name gets drawn, you get 2 tickets. If you were referred in here, you also get the person who referred you in here also gets 2 tickets. So refer your friends in here. You might get some Rangers tickets. Speaking of Rangers tickets, we're giving away 2 of them on the list this week. So be sure to check your email. Now remember, that is not our patient email base. This is a separate list that you, as an adult, have to enter into on your own. If you don't know how, go to our Facebook page, look for one of these slides. There's instructions on there. After this, head out for Dr. Taylor Set Me. I got some special guests going along with me for that. So if you want to find out where I am and what we're doing, follow us on Instagram. I will post in our stories where I'm at. And then I'm going to leave $100 there. And then you can go there and pick up that $100. If you don't, it's no big deal. Then the server will just pocket it. Still looking for guest hosts. If you want to come out of here and riff about what it is you do, how your week was, by all means, let me know. You don't even have to be here in the office. We can stream you in. It'll be a grand old time had by all. So, hey, that was a real quick set of announcements. Cool. So, what's going on? How you been? How are things? Last week, we were not doing After Hours Live. Why was that? Because at this time last week, we were at a seminar up in Chicago. And it was an awesome time. I don't know why. Like, I've been to Chicago a handful of times, but like we're coming in and we're landing, and I was just really happy to be there. I like Chicago, and I didn't realize how much I liked it until I got back there. So I was fortunate enough, and shoot, it might just be the food. I was fortunate enough. I got a patient who flies for American Airlines, and he's like, "Hey, you should go to gate K9." I'm like, "Okay, why is that?" He goes, "Because you can get a Chicago-style hot dog there, and it's as good as anything you'll get on the street." Perfect. Good to know. And it was great, too, because he's like, he showed me a picture of it on his phone, and as he's doing it, he's like, he goes to his iPhone, he goes to the Photos app, and literally types in hot dog, and I kid you not, he had a scrollable amount of hot dog pictures show up. Like, not just like a couple of, food influence, like a scrollable amount of pictures of hot dogs. So obviously this guy is to be trusted when it comes on where to find a good hot dog. So I got off the plane, went straight to gate K9, and I'll be damned if he wasn't right. I got a beer and a hot dog, a Goose Island, because I'm in Chicago. And basically I ate my hot dog, and I looked, and I had about a half a beer left. So I got another hot dog. Finished the hot dog and the rest of the beer. And then we went off to the hotel, had a little nightcap there. We woke up the next day, went all day long with the seminar, and it's cool. It's different than the other seminars I typically go to because regularly, obviously, chiropractor. I go to chiropractic seminars. This one was more business oriented. So we had people from all sorts of different industries from all over the country there. There's guys there who own multiple offices. We had AI specialists. We had attorneys and financial planners and shoot, just it was a good time. It was a good time and a great city to hold it in. After we got done, I mean, clearly we had to go off to the Bean. So I went to Millennium Park. We walked through that, and then we went to Giordano's, I think it is, and got shoot. It was so just with if you're watching this with your hands, how big do you think like a regular medium? Like if you're gonna go to Pizza Hut or Domino's and get a medium, it's like yay big, right? About like 12 inches, 14 inches maybe. So there were five of us. I brought all the girls from the office, Gabby, Sophia, Lauren, Anna, and then myself. So five people, and we got one medium pizza. But it was again Chicago style deep dish, with the big cheese pull and everything. And after five people had their fill, there are still two slices left over. Like that's how big the pizza was. Man, I'll tell you what, and it was so good, so good. So I called it an early night because I'm the oldest one in the group. But they all went out. They had a great time downtown Chicago. Next day, they show up like troopers. They beat me to the seminar room. We had another day full of seminars. Then we went out of the town again. Also had some Italian beef while I was there. So literally, like, I did a seminar and I did basically a food tour of Chicago, and it was fantastic. So that being said, that threw our schedule off a little bit. Our next Taco Tuesday is September 2nd. I'm going to be out of the office. We should add a slide on this. I'm going to be out of the office September 4th, 5th, and then 6th and 7th are Saturday, Sunday. And I don't know. Basically, the weekend after Labor Day, I'm going to be out Thursday through Monday because we're taking our kids to Disney. So if you guys are Disney goers, this is something that I wonderfully stumbled upon also. This has become kind of a routine thing, a habit thing. The weekend after Labor Day, the parks aren't bad. Because basically, like down here, shoot, our kids went back to school. Like this is their first full week, so they got 2 more weeks. So by the time we go, they'll have a week under their belt. But like everybody else in the country, basically, they go back to school the week of Labor Day. So nobody's going to Disney the weekend after Labor Day. So that's when our family does our little annual Disney trip there. So again, just a reminder. That Thursday, Friday, Monday after Labor Day, not going to be here. But we will be in the office Monday of Labor Day. So that way it's not just a super short week, but just 2 days. So Labor Day, we're here. Tuesday, we're here. Wednesday, we're here. Thursday, I'm out till the following Monday. And then after that, I think September is going to be pretty chill. But after that is October. And then it's like the first or second Thursday in October, we have our yearly Patient Appreciation Day. Now, for the uninformed, the uninitiated, dare I say the uneducated, our Patient Appreciation Day is a huge deal here, okay? I've been doing it every year for about 12 years. And what it is 1 day a year. And I believe it's October 9th this year. On that day, everything we do here is free. So we're going to do free adjustments, free decompression, free soft wave. Mental note, got to message Jocelyn. We'll try and get her here. Do some free chair massages. We've got packages, hugely discounted packages. It's the cheapest I ever offer any of this stuff. We waive all your copays, we waive all your deductibles, and we're slashing prices. No, we put bundles together, but no, it's a huge day. Typically, we see a few hundred people in a week. On Patient Appreciation Day, we do it in a day. We'll have food here, got thousands of dollars in raffle prizes and stuff. So it's October 9th. But the reason I'm telling you this, so a little history. It used to be, it was just that day where everything was free. So even new patients and x-rays and re-exams for old patients, all that kind of stuff, I used to do all that on one day. And I got to the point where I think one year I had like 47 new patients in a day. Like there's literally just somebody back there just shooting x-rays all day long. And that was absurd. So then I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going to do free new patients, free re-exams for that entire week. And then that got kind of absurd. So what we're going to do, it's still going to be that entire week, free new patients. But for the entire month of September, anyone that is referred in here, so this way we can get them in before all the hustle and bustle of Patient Appreciation Day, anyone that is referred in here in the month of September, we're going to be doing the same thing. So it's not if you see a Facebook ad or something, nope, those ads will still run. That stuff doesn't count. But if you were referred in here by somebody, anytime in the month of September, your new patient exam, consultation, x-ray, first adjustment, no charge. So if you're watching this and you got friends who need to be in here, send them in anytime in the month of September, because that'll stop them from having to go through all the craziness of the week of Patient Appreciation Day. They'll actually get in here early, so then they can take part in Patient Appreciation Day. I don't know. I think that's just a wonderful way to say thank you to all of those of you out there who have, you're the reason that we do Patient Appreciation Day, right? Like, if we didn't have any patients, we'd have nobody to appreciate. But literally everybody sends their friends and family in here, and it does. It's crazy that entire week, let alone that day. But so mark your calendars. Thursday, October 9th is our Patient Appreciation Day. Everything that day is free for everybody. They say we got prizes. We'll have food. I'll feed you breakfast. I'll feed you lunch. I'll feed you dinner, depending on what time you come in here, what time of day it is. Any new patients are going to be free all that week. And then the entire month of September leading up to Patient Appreciation Day, any one of you out there that refer your friends or family in here, as long as they tell us they're referred by you, their first visit will be on me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put something together too. So for anyone who gets referred in here, anyone who referred them, I'll put something together for you too. It'll be something awesome. You know, I don't do any of this stuff small or any of this stuff tiny. Like, I'm not giving away $20 gift cards as a referral. Like, we're going to do it big. So this is your first announcement. This is the first, I don't want to call it a warning, whatever. I'm letting you know. This is the first time I'm letting you know. All new patients who were referred in by current patients in the month of September, no charge. Also, completely unrelated, more present day stuff. Like I said, after this, I always go out and I do Dr. Taylor Sent Me. And what that is I go out and I grab a bite to eat, and you follow me on Instagram, and I'll let you know where I'm eating. Because what I do is I leave a $100 bill there. I give it to the server or the hostess or the bartender or whomever. Let them know, hey, if anyone comes in here and tells you Dr. Taylor sent them, put this $100 toward their tab. If nobody comes in here, don't worry about it. You keep it in your pocket. But today, I'm going to go out with Joe and Ladrell. And those are two friends of mine who run the Fort Worth chapter of Lone Star Dads. I've talked about this on a couple of past instances of After Hours Live. But this is a really cool group. I stumbled into it because one day Mark Zuckerberg goes, hey, here's a group you might be interested in, suggested groups. I'm like, hey, Lone Star Dads. That's me. I'm a Lone Star Dad, right? Click, join. And there are a couple hundred guys in there. But then Joe and Ladrell took this thing over, and they have made this group explode. And it is so cool because, like, prior to this, if I had a question about something, let's say I was looking for a place to eat or needed a babysitter, I'd ask Tamika, and she'd be like, let me ask the moms. And she'd pop on, South Lake Moms or Colleyville Moms, because these mom groups are huge and they're all, So, but, obviously great advice and stuff like that. But there's not a whole lot of, like, active dads groups. But Joe and Ladrell took over the Fort Worth chapter of the Lone Star Dads and have absolutely exploded this thing. Like, they do pickup basketball games every week. They do other just outings and stuff like that. We've done a whiskey tasting event with them. We went on a ruck, and it's grown into a wonderfully active group of dads. So if you are a Lone Star dad, a dad in the Lone Star State, hell, even if you're over on the bad side of the airport, the east side, whatever's going on over there, they've even got a Dallas chapter. But search them out on Facebook, join the group. It's like I said, it's wonderfully active on there. And for me personally, it's become a place where, hey, if I'm looking for something, that's where I go to first on Facebook. Lone Star Dads. Hell, I'm getting the buildings power washed this weekend. And you know where I found it? Lone Star Dads. I got my car detailed. You know where I found it? Lone Star Dads. So huge shout out to Joe and Ladrell for absolutely making this group explode over the last 6 months. But yeah, I'm going to go grab lunch with them. Actually, you know what? Hey, there's a little hint. You know where we're going? We're going to go to a restaurant that is owned by a Lone Star Dad. So if you know anybody in the group and you know where their restaurants are, that really just narrowed it down a little bit. So that's what I got going on. Happy to see you again. Sorry, no, I'm not sorry. This Friday I was doing awesome stuff. I was learning things, and I was in Chicago, and I was eating great food. So next week we'll be back here. The week after that, that's that first week in September. So I'm going to be out then. Hell, I might be able to do this from Disney. That'd be kind of cool. But also, just a quick reminder, everybody who comes in who is referred in here in September, no charge because they're being sent by you, and I love that about you. And then Patient Appreciation Day will be Thursday, October 9th. All that being said, I hope your kids had a wonderful first week of school. my kids were they were absolute toast all week long. It was also, I don't know if you're following me on Instagram, and you should be. I didn't get any meal prep done this week, so we ate out a lot this week, but the kids didn't mind that at all. But I hope your kids had an awesome first week of school. Hope everything's going great for them. I will see you bright and early Monday morning here in the office, or absolute worst case scenario, this same place, this same time, next Friday. You guys have a great weekend. Pop over to Instagram, make sure you follow me, and I'll let you know where me and the heads of Lone Star Dads are grabbing by teeth. There'll be $100 waiting there for you. You guys have a great weekend.